What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Monday. I'm doing real good myself, and I hope you guys have had a very nice, relaxing weekend as well. Shout out to the sister Queen I Know Who I Am for hipping me to this story right here. And it has everything to do with Leviticus chapter 20, verse 15. And it says this: If a man lie with the animal, he shall surely be put to death, and you shall slay the beast. All right. Now, that's what this whole entire story is dealing with, and it's sick. You know what I mean? The people in it is sick for doing the things that they did. You know, it says here, pervert who had sex with chickens in his basement while his wife filmed him is jailed for 3 years. He got off, with a slap on the wrist, in other words. Okay. Was it back in 2001? There was a movie called Frailty. Matthew McConaughey played in the movie. All right. And basically, I'm going to just give you the synopsis about it. It was a father who experienced, I think, the loss of a family member or what have you. And he got a message from the Most High, you understand, to start slaying, people, certain people that was doing things in the dark that was against the laws of the Most High, And I thought about it. I said, a lot of cases that we hear about people being killed or whatever and never finding out who done it or what have you. Who's to say a lot of these people wasn't, worthy of the punishment of death? Because a lot of stuff they're doing in secret behind closed doors. And basically that's what that whole entire movie was about. Y'all should check it out sometime. It was a very interesting movie. Now, to get into this story, we have this filthy lowlife right here. A care worker filmed warped home videos of her husband having sex with chickens in the basement of their home. A court has heard. The horrifying footage of Rehan Baig abusing the birds, which were family pets, was saved under the file name Family Vids, okay, and were shot by his wife, Haleema. The couple had a GoPro camera rigged up in the cellar of their home to capture the footage of both them indulging in the depraved and perverted acts. And here's the lowlife right here that was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, you will not see his wife, Haleema. Now, I don't understand why that she gets protected, her identity gets protected when she was engaging in the same activities that he was doing. But be that as it may, they seem to have, more mercy for the woman when, they do a lot of perverted things as well. Okay. Now, to continue right here, this is the Baig guy, Rehan Baig right here, that did this shit. It's sick. Bradford Crown Court heard that Haleema Baig joined her husband in the video and that he, at one stage, alternated between having intercourse with his wife and the chickens. What kind of a wife would put up with some shit like this? I'm going to tell you this. She wouldn't have even put up with this if he wanted to bring another woman in the house. You understand? So I don't even want to hear this shit while he forced her to do this and do that. You know what I mean? She would have went off even if he had brung another woman in the house. Okay. Now, to continue, the brown and white chickens die as a result of 37-year-old Baig's sexual activity with them, the court heard. He was jailed for 3 years by a judge who told him his behavior had been depraved, despicable, and perverted, and would make any right-thinking member of society sick to their stomach. Haleema Baig, 38, admitted aiding and abetting her husband's sick actions, but she was spared jail time after a judge heard there was evidence that she had suffered domestic abuse at Baig's hands. The offenses came to light after a raid on the couple's home in Great Horton, Bradford, West Yorkshire, on July 9th last year by the National Crime Agency, who were acting on intelligence that Baig had images of sexual abuse of children, even. You see? This guy should be put down. You know, his wife too. His wife too. Goes on to say here, two computer towers, a laptop, and a mobile phone were seized and examined, and images and videos of child abuse, 11 in the most serious category A, were recovered. All right. And like I said, this is him right here, all hidden, covered up, and all that. You know, but you just never know what people are involved in. You see what I mean? So it's always up to the Most High, because He knows. He knows who to go after. He knows who to punish for the wickedness behind closed doors, you know, and what they're doing in the dark. It will come to the light, you know. Now, to continue here, it says, however, investigators found more than they bargained for when they released the sickening acts on the chickens. And a dog captured in some of the footage featured Baig himself. Here's a dog getting brung in the mix. So you got chickens, children, and a dog. You know, nothing's off limits for these lowlifes. All right. To continue, prosecutor Abigail Langford told the court, moving images were found of the defendant engaging in penetrative sexual intercourse with a number of chickens. Haleema Baig was depicted in some of these videos. Having viewed them, it is clear they are filmed in the cellar or basement of their property, and both are clearly depicted in the videos. Rehan Baig is seen naked from the waist down, and Haleema is seen to perform a sexual act on him. He penetrates the chicken while she is standing close by. Gee whiz, I'll tell you. These people are, can you say it's sick or just downright dementedly evil? You know what I mean? See? Because they know this is wrong. They know they're not supposed to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? They know that this is wrong right here. So I'm not going to give them a pass and say it's a sick act, of course. But these lowlifes know what they were doing, okay? Now, to continue, there are other examples where Haleema Baig engages in penetrative sexual activities herself with the defendants while he moves between penetrating the chickens and her. She is heard to make sexually encouraging moans to the defendant and engages in consensual sexual activity with him. These do help with her culpability in these particular acts. Ms. Langford said still images were also found of the couple involved in sexual activities with the dog, which has not been found or identified and was not believed to be their own pet. Rehan Baig encouraged the animal into sexual acts with himself and his wife. She added that the chickens abuse had not taken place. Chicken abuse had not taken place on only one occasion. She said, there were numerous different chickens, brown and white birds, and the defendant appears to be wearing different clothing. It is the Crown's case that this was repeated behavior. She said the chickens died in the course of the shocking abuse at the hands of Rehan Baig. Some were seen in the video being thrown into bin liners afterwards, and in one instance, Baig appeared to be having sex with a chicken that was already dead. Oh, gosh. Whew, man, I tell you, how sick. Ms. Langford said Haleema Baig admitted in an interview that the chickens had initially started as family pets. How do you have a chicken for pet in the first place? There go a red flag right there, you know? Now to continue, to continue, the dog was found at the address. Excuse me, no dog was found at the address. Um, Simon Hustler, mitigating on behalf of Rehan Baig, said sometimes the exposure of the crime is substantial punishment in itself, and these offenses has attracted such derision, loathing, and ridicule that this might just be one of those rare cases. When he entered his plea, when he entered his pleas, his life as he knew it came to an end. This case has attracted attention that is rare even in the digital age, and he now rarely leaves the house, even sending out for cigarettes if he needs them. But see, I'm gonna stop there. What these people don't understand, the only thing that he may be ashamed of is that he got caught. All right. If given the chance, this bastard would do this shit again. Now to continue, Mr. Hustler said the case had brought shame on Baig's family and has become notorious as far afield as Pakistan, Germany, and Spain. He added that the family had suffered threats and reprisals in the form of attacks on their home, which had meant they had to call the police. John Bottomley for Haleema Baig said she was a woman of good character who had risen from being a cleaner in a care home to becoming a senior care assistant working long hours. And so what? That's what I'm at. So what? What does that mean? She's still a damn reprobate. To continue, he said Baig was appearing at court via a video link from a woman's refuge where she was living, saying she's left the marital home, she would say, because of the domestic abuse. The nature of that abuse being her husband screaming at and assaulting her. All right. You liked it. You don't get no pass from me as far as I'm concerned, because you could have been left. You could have ran away. Shit. You could have told what was going on. Shit. You know what I mean? See? To continue, he added that she had been a victim of her husband's depravity herself after he rigged up a secret camera hidden in an iPhone box in their bedroom. Mr. Bottomley said she will suffer shame and humiliation for the rest of her life. Rehan Baig admitted 2 counts of performing an act of penetrating with your penis on the cloaca of a living animal, namely a brown chicken. This is crazy. He also pleaded guilty to the same charge on several brown and white chickens. He also admitted possessing extreme pornographic images which were grossly offensive, disgusting, or otherwise of an obscene nature, which portrayed in an explicit and realistic way a person performing an act of intercourse with an unknown animal, a dog, and several chickens. Okay. He also pleaded guilty to 3 counts making indecent photographs of children, some aged just 6 years old. Listen to this, man. As well as the possession of 405 milligrams of cocaine and 4.7 grams of cannabis risen. His wife, 38, pleaded guilty to 3 aiding and abetting accounts, namely filming her husband having sexual intercourse with a chicken. And she was doing it too. She was basically doing it too. She was right up in it. She don't get no pass, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, jailing Rehan Baig, Judge Richard Manso, QC, told him, the videos you made would make any right-thinking member of society sick to their stomachs. and involve unspeakable acts of cruelty to animals. You absurd for your own depraved sexual gratifications. Excuse me, what I said. Excuse me, let me read that again. Absurd. Okay, I don't know why that jumped in my mind. But okay, this is what he said. This is the judge again. I'm going to say this again. Judge Richard Mansell, QC, told him the videos you made will make any right thinking member of society sick to their stomachs and involve unspeakable acts of cruelty to animals you abuse. Yeah, I was thinking about absurd though. Wow. For your own depraved sexual gratifications. One film showed two brown chickens dead on the floor, and there is one occasion where it is perfectly apparent you were penetrating a chicken that was already dead. The pain and suffering you must have inflicted on these animals must have been horrific, and all these chickens died as a result. These home films were created for your own sexual gratification and kept so that you could go back and watch them again for sexual gratification. They are beyond comprehension. He jailed Baig for a total of 3 years, placed on the sexual offenders register for life, and banned him from owning animals for life, telling him you are not fit to bring up or look after an animal after what you have done. It goes on to say here in conclusion, he said there was reliable evidence that Haleema Baig had suffered domestic abuse with the marital home, within the marital home, and said he was prepared to suspend her 6 months jail term for 18 months. But Judge Mansell told her, you gave the appearance of having enjoyed some of the sexual acts with the chickens and dogs. You aided and abetted him in these acts, although in truth he doesn't appear to have needed much encouragement to indulge his depraved sexual practices. Man, he let her. He slapped her on the wrist, and basically both of them got a slap on the wrist for what they done. This sick lowlife right here. Both of them basically got a slap on the wrist. But as far as I'm concerned, in the biblical days, guess what? Baig and his wife will be put to death, and so will the animals, which all of the chickens died any damn way. But this dog is running loose. He got to be found. Then look what y'all did to children. You see what I mean? Truly disgusting. Truly disgusting. I'm telling you. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.